Here is, let's do this clip of, this is actually pretty funny because we have a clip of Rogan today and we have a clip of Dave Rubin, who is apparently upset about everything that's happened with him and Rogan. Should we start with the Dave Rubin one?
Yeah, let's start with Rubin.
Okay. Now, as you know, Joe Rogan used to be, I guess, a patron of Dave Rubin's or a friend and would have him on. And then over time, I think the first time this sort of came out was in the context of him and Eric Weinstein talking about how I was trying to pick Dave Rubin off as if he was a wounded caribou, I think it was. And Rogan said, like, you can't blame the guy for being a little dim. I'm paraphrasing, but I think that's a fair paraphrase. And then over time, it became clear that Rogan did not want to associate with Dave Rubin, and to the point where Dave Rubin had his book come out, and he had to publicly say, I don't know why Joe Rogan's not having me on to promote my book.
Yeah, Joe misread "don't burn this book" as "don't book this author."
Yes, and that is, if you do it quickly, it's hard. And then recently, it appears from a clip from this show that Nomi and I did about Dave Rubin that Joe Rogan was calling Dave Rubin an idiot. And I'm paraphrasing, but I think he said he was dim. And apparently Dave Rubin is not going to take it anymore.
And I would really be worried about it. And not would be, I am worried about it right now.
Pause it for 1 second. I'm sorry. He's talking about, what is he talking about? Texas going blue. Dave Rubin does. Remember, Dave Rubin was talking about how he was going to move to Texas, but he stayed in California. I wonder why, but go ahead.
And I would really be worried about it. And not would be, I am worried about it right now because look at it this way. When you see all of these people now supposedly moving from California, they can't take it anymore. They're moving from California to Texas. Well, often we know they export from California and then import it into the red states, all of these blue ideas and these bad ideas, and then they turn states blue. So, if I was the average Texan conservative, I would be pretty worried when, say, Joe Rogan, I like Joe, but, when Joe Rogan, who is a Bernie supporter, he's fleeing California to set up shop in Texas, right. And you're excited because it's kind of cool that Joe Rogan lives there, but it's like he's gotten the big ideas wrong, and you have to be worried about that. That's not a shot at Joe Rogan personally, but that's just a reality, I think. And I would really be worried about it.
It sounds like it's a shot at Joe Rogan, isn't it?
It sounds like one.
I mean, like, why would you say his name if it wasn't a personal shot at Joe Rogan with his leftist ideas?
What has Rogan gotten wrong exactly?
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what he's gotten right.
He's a Bernie supporter, apparently. I mean,
apparently he's a Bernie supporter.
He endorsed Bernie, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's wrong to move to Texas. Is what he's saying?
He's taking his Bernie support to Texas.
He's
screwing up. Texas
by making it blue. And now this is interesting. I think this is Dave Rubin trying to sort of like get a little attention from
yeah,
Rogan.
that really feels like that. Yeah. So Rogan has cooties and he's going to infect Texas.
He's going to infect Texas. Now,
didn't he
with
say
that said,
probably vote for Trump now?
Yes.
Rogan?
He also said he would
he
probably vote for So yes. I think Rubin's really just looking for something to pick, to attack Joe Rogan because I think his feelings hurt. And I just want to say that I think, like, Dave, if you ever hear this, you should just, let it roll off your back, buddy. Don't take things so hard. That's all. I think that's the best advice.
Also, you can come critique Joe Rogan on this show if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to come on, we can have a conversation about this because I'm open to to a critique of Joe Rogan. Here, since we're talking about this, and to be fair to Dave Rubin, who has been really undercut by somebody he thought was his friend, here is a clip of Joe Rogan getting taken in by a hoax that has been going around that Antifa is responsible for the fires in Oregon. Here it is.
Enjoy going there. I actually love Portland. It's one of my favorite places to perform. Most of the people there are very nice, but there's a madness going on there. You want to talk about madness of crowds? That exemplifies that right now, and it's to me they've arrested people for lighting forest fires up there. They've arrested left-wing people for lighting these forest fires, air quote activists. And this is something that's also not widely being reported, that people have actually been arrested for lighting fires up there. This is, I don't know what, if I would love to talk to the mayor and say, what is your strategy for ending this? Are you hoping this is just going to die down? Because these people want your head. And they want blood, and they don't seem to be willing to settle for anything less. And
now look, he's perfectly, he has, if he wants to criticize leftists as being bloodthirsty, I suppose he can do that. But the fact is, and I'm going to do this in air quotes, the fact is, he's wrong. There is no. Here is the FBI saying that agencies are receiving reports that extremists are responsible for setting wildfires in Oregon. With our state and local partners, the FBI has investigated several such reports and found them to be untrue. Scroll down, Matt. They go on to say, conspiracy theories and misinformation take valuable resources away from local fire and police agencies around the clock. Bring these fires under control. Please help our entire... Now, look, there have been people, as there are every year, who have been arrested and charged with arson in these instances. I don't know if they're responsible for any of these massive fires, but there's absolutely zero evidence or accusation by police force or the FBI that any of these are leftists and they're doing it for political reasons. Some people are nuts and they set fires.
Well, trees are well-known supporters of fascism, so there you go.
This whole discussion on it, where we talk about leftists doing it, the people that are nuts about that, they're going to see that on media too, and they might get, inspired. We talk about suicides as not wanting to cause copycats, or mass shootings not wanting to cause copycats. We're so far from having a responsible discussion about this that we're not even going to have it.
And it's hard to find. You'd be hard pressed to find leftists who are also going to attack, the environment in this way. I mean, we're going to light a forest on fire.
Yeah, we hug trees.
Can I just say one of my greatest fears is that a forest fire will be named after me because I did something stupid. Because I've never lived in the West. I'm not familiar with dry seasons and things like that. So maybe it'll slip my mind. And I don't know, I'll just be pacing around a dry forest, smoking or something. And it becomes the Virgil fire and everyone thinks I'm an asshole on the news.
But when do you there's no naming of fires, is there?
Yeah, no, they name all the fires. They're all named. There's the Big Bear fire is one.
Yeah, but they're named after the location.
Well, that might change. I might be the one who changes that.
If you catch on fire, they could call it the Texas fire.
Right, I might be the first tree that catches, and I run around and I hit a tree and it catches on fire, and it's oh crap, I'm the location.
Yeah, you'd be like Thoreau.
The Thoreau fire, just the Thoreau fire. There you go. I'm very similar to Thoreau in more ways than one.
Damn. We do know that one fire came from the gender reveal party, and now we've abolished gender.
It's the gender fire.
Can I just say something about what I've learned from taking media critical media courses where you should read your media critically. If it's not widely reported, and it seems like something that should, make sure you read why that might be the case. Because in this instance, the reason why it's probably only reported by Breitbart or by, Alex Jones.
PatriotNews.ap.
Exactly. That's probably an indication that, wait a second, this is something I want to research more before I go on and talk about it.
They're not going to report it in the lamestream press. Come on.
Is the corporate media really that protective of leftists, arsonists?
Look, the corporate media, as we all know, is in bed with the Democratic Party, and Antifa is the paramilitary wing of the Democratic Party. Ergo.
There you go. It's all Soros. It's all Soros.